Gradle, Soong, Ninja, Android.bp, Android.mk. What is all of this? Let's figure it out. In previous videos, I told you what the compilation process is, how applications are created from the regular code that a developer writes. And if you still have not watched those videos, I strongly recommend scrolling down and starting from the very beginning. The episodes turned out to be extremely useful. Let's return to our topic. In the field of programming, there is such a concept as a build system. What is a build system? In simple words, a build system takes your code, resources, dependencies, and turns all of this into a finished artifact that can be downloaded and installed. In Android, there are two main build system components. The first component that builds apps, meaning all the apps you use every single day. The second build system builds not only your app, but the entire Android system. So for applications, the Gradle build system is used. In order to build AOSP Android open source project, you need the Soong build system. So what is the difference? Let's figure it out. So Gradle, what is it needed for? Gradle is responsible for how to build an application, which dependencies to connect, and which build types to use, such as debug, release. But it is important to understand that Gradle is not an Android compiler. Gradle simply manages a chain of tools. It runs, for example, the Kotlin compiler, the Java compiler, D8 for DEX files, R8 for optimization and obfuscation, and in the end it simply helps to build an APK or AAB file. Everyone knows about this. But what does Soong do? When we move to the AOSP level, everything becomes completely different. It is a huge operating system. System services, frameworks, native libraries, HAL modules, I talked about this in the previous video, vendor components, RC files, and so on are built there. And this is where Soong appears. Physically, Soong is configured through Android.bp files, and essentially BP files are the description of this module. For example, you can compile an Android application through Android_app or a Java library through Java_library. A native binary can be compiled using cc_binary or a native library using cc_library. All of this is configured inside an Android.bp module. Soong, in turn, reads this module and generates instructions for the so-called Ninja. And Ninja is already a low-level build tool that directly executes commands of the build process. And this is already a completely different level of integration. And if you want to learn more about the system architecture of Android, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and write a comment about what was clear to you and what was not. And for now, that is all. Bye everyone!